In a quiet stretch of rural Massachusetts, there's a man who keeps bees for a living. He barely speaks. He works with his hands. He wants nothing from anyone. His name is Adam Clay, and he rents the barn on the property of Eloise Parker, a retired schoolteacher who lives alone in the main house. On the surface, it's a landlord-tenant arrangement, but over time, something warmer has grown between them. Eloise checks in on him, treats him less like a stranger and more like family she's chosen for herself. For a man who clearly carries some hard, violent history we haven't seen yet, she's the one soft relationship in his life. Hold on to that, because everything that follows traces back to it. An old woman was kind to a stranger, and that kindness is about to get her killed. One afternoon, Eloise is on her computer when a pop-up fills the screen. A security warning, urgent red text, a phone number to call immediately. It looks completely legitimate. She calls it and reaches not tech support, but a scam call center. Dozens of young operators working phones in an office dressed up as a normal business, run by a smug, controlling manager named Mickey Garnett. Garnett's operator walks Eloise through resolving the breach step by step, remote access just for a diagnostic, then passwords, then account numbers, then verification codes, each request framed as routine. She isn't handing everything over in one moment. She's walked gradually into surrendering total access, believing the whole time she's the one being protected. That's how the con actually works. Not one dramatic lie, but a slow drip of small, reasonable-sounding requests that add up to complete financial control. Once they're in, the damage is total. Her personal savings vanish first. Then they discover she also administers the bank account of a children's charity. She's the one who signs off on distributions, who's spent years making sure that money reaches the kids it's meant for. They drain it completely. Total losses. More than $2 million gone in one sitting, while Eloise watches it happen live on her own screen, trusting every step because the voice on the phone sounds so calm and official. Here's why it destroys her the way it does. This isn't simply about losing money. It's about betrayal layered on betrayal. First, the shame of being deceived so completely, and second, and far worse, the belief that she has personally failed every child that charity was supposed to help. In her mind, she hasn't just lost her own retirement. She's stolen, unknowingly, hope from kids who never even knew her name. That combination, personal ruin, plus a sense of having failed people who depended on her, is what leads her to write a note and take her own life. Adam finds her body during his usual morning work in the barn. Almost immediately, before grief even registers, he's in handcuffs. The first responding officer is Eloise's own daughter, FBI Special Agent Verona Parker, who arrives to find her mother dead and a stranger on the property, and jumps straight to the conclusion that Adam killed her. It's not unreasonable in the moment. A grieving daughter, an unfamiliar man feet from the crime scene, no explanation yet. She arrests him on the spot. The forensics tell a different story fast. No gunshot residue on Adam's hands, only Eloise's fingerprints on the gun. Combined with her note, the death is ruled a suicide, and Adam is cleared. Verona apologizes, shaken by both the death and the false accusation, and tells him something important. The FBI's cybercrime division has been chasing this exact kind of scam operation for 2 years without identifying a single person responsible. She promises to find them the right way, through the system. Adam says almost nothing back, and that silence tells you everything about who he is before a single line of exposition does. He doesn't believe a stalled 2-year federal investigation will get justice for Eloise in any time frame that matters. And everything about how little fear he shows tells you this isn't the first time he's operated outside the law. Instead of waiting, Adam picks up a phone and calls a mysterious organization referred to only as the Beekeepers. We don't get the full picture of what that means yet, just that Adam has access to resources and information channels that shouldn't exist for an ordinary beekeeper. Whatever this organization is, they trace the scam operation's origin for him, tracking it to a call center near Springfield, Massachusetts. The exact facility run by Mickey Garnett, the man who personally walked Eloise through her own financial destruction. Adam doesn't waste any time. Using the information the beekeepers give him, he tracks the scam to a facility in Springfield operating under the name United Data Group. From the outside, he took down 2 armed men without anyone noticing. It looks like an ordinary office building, but inside, dozens of operators are busy running the same scam that destroyed Eloise's life. Adam walks through the front door, and the moment the guards realize he's there, everything erupts into chaos. He moves through the facility with frightening precision, taking down Garnett's security men and destroying the computers and equipment that keep the operation running. The employees scatter in panic as Adam reaches the heart of the operation, and before he leaves, he sets explosives that rip through the building. Within moments, the entire call center is engulfed in flames, taking its records and infrastructure with it. Adam isn't just attacking a business. He's erasing the operation that destroyed Eloise. Garnett survives and reports up the chain to his actual boss, Derek Danforth, a wealthy young tech mogul. And, more importantly, he is the son of Jessica Danforth, the President of the United States. Derek has spent his entire life believing he is untouchable. Garnett was never the top of this. He was middle management. Derek runs the entire network through his ostensibly legitimate technology company, Danforth Enterprises, using it as cover for a sprawling, multi-location scam empire. Derek's response tells you exactly who he is before he said more than a few lines. He treats an armed massacre at one of his facilities like a business problem to be managed and orders Garnett to eliminate Adam and move on. No real grasp yet of what he's just provoked. Mickey Garnett gathers a group of armed men and tracks Adam back to Eloise Parker's property, believing the quiet beekeeper will be an easy target. But the moment they attack, they realize they've made a terrible mistake. The men open fire on Adam's beehives and storm the barn, expecting to find him hiding inside. Instead, Adam disappears into the shadows and turns the building into a deadly trap. Using his close-quarters combat skills, he takes the attackers down one by one with chains, weapons, and his bare hands until the entire squad is wiped out. Adam then corners Garnett, who is now terrified, and realizes that the man he thought was just a simple beekeeper is something far more dangerous. Adam forces him to reveal who is behind data commit and learns that Garnett is only a small part of a much larger operation. Once he has the information he needs, Adam sets his own barn and workshop on fire, destroying his equipment, communications technology, and anything else that could connect him to the beekeepers. After burning down his barn, Adam Clay takes the terrified Mickey Garnett to an open drawbridge. Garnett is already badly injured and knows that his life is now in Adam's hands. But Adam isn't finished with him yet. He wants Garnett to send one final message to the people at the top. Adam forces Garnett to call Derek Danforth on speakerphone. With his voice shaking, Garnett warns Derek that a beekeeper is coming for him. Derek responds with arrogance, still refusing to understand the danger he's facing. Adam then takes the phone and makes it clear that this isn't just about Garnett or one company. He is coming for everyone connected to the operation. Adam then turns his attention back to Garnett. He secures him to a heavy pickup truck with a thick rope and positions the vehicle at the edge of the raised bridge. Then he starts the truck and sends it forward. The vehicle plunges from the open bridge, dragging Garnett over the edge and into the deep water below. The truck disappears beneath the surface, taking Garnett with it. Derek, now genuinely afraid, informs Wallace Westwild, a former CIA director who's been running security for Danforth Enterprises at the specific request of Derek's mother, Jessica. Wallace immediately understands the danger in a way Derek doesn't and contacts current CIA Director Janet Harward, hoping she can help stop Adam before this escalates further. Janet reaches out to the beekeepers directly and learns for the first time from an official channel that Adam has actually retired from the organization. He isn't acting on their orders. This is entirely personal. Concerned about a retired operative going rogue, the beekeepers dispatch their current active member, Anisette, to eliminate him. She tracks Adam to a roadside gas station and opens fire in an ambush, moving with the same trained aggression Adam himself would use. But Adam anticipates her tactics, closes the distance, and the fight becomes close range and brutal under the gas station's concrete and neon lighting. He overpowers her, disarms her, and set her ablaze. Moment later, the gas stations explodes, watching one of their own current members die at the hands of a former operative. The Beekeepers make a calculated decision. Rather than send more agents after Adam, they withdraw entirely and declare neutrality. They will no longer back or oppose what's become Adam's personal vendetta. When Wallace learns this, his reaction is raw. He snaps at Janet that Adam was their man, only to be told flatly, "You're on your own." The FBI catches up. Only now does the FBI actually start piecing together what's already happened. The news of the burning call center breaks first. Reports of an explosion, gunfire, multiple deaths, every surviving witness telling investigators the exact same unbelievable story. One man did all of it, alone. Verona is standing in the middle of that wreckage, trying to make sense of who could have done this, when another call comes through. There's been a shooting at her dead mother's property. She and the other agents race there and find the barn scene. Garnett's hired men lying dead across the ground, an ambush that never had a chance to become a fight. Adam is long gone by the time they arrive. Then a third call comes in almost immediately after. A vehicle has been pulled from the water beneath a bridge. Mickey Garnett is inside, dead. The man who ran the call center that destroyed Eloise's life has now been eliminated too. And once again, whoever did it was gone before anyone could reach the scene. This is the moment Verona starts to actually understand the shape of what she's chasing. These aren't three unrelated incidents. They're one continuous chain, and Adam is working his way up it, target by target, always finishing and disappearing before the FBI is even called. While they're still standing at the bridge, one more call comes through. A violent incident at a gas station outside Springfield. She and the agents rush there, arriving again after the fact to find Anisette's body and no sign of the man who left it there. Even the FBI was shocked after seeing the heavily guns and weapons used in chasing Adam, knowing that when they realize how big it is, Verona and the FBI, investigating the gas station scene, trace Anisette's vehicle registration and begin connecting pieces of a much larger picture than they'd realized. Meanwhile, back at FBI offices, Verona and Wiley have analysts running data on the call center itself, and what comes back reframes the entire case. United Data Group isn't a standalone operation. It's one node in something much bigger, meaning there has to be a central office coordinating all of them. And that's what they now need to find. Wiley, only half joking, points out that Verona, hungover, in on her day off, has gained more ground on this case in a matter of hours than the entire FBI squad managed in 2 prior years. Her answer is blunt. They messed with her family. Digging further into Adam himself, the agents hit a wall that tells its own story. He's effectively a ghost. Nothing but a birth certificate and a social security number. No bank account, no credit card. He's never even flown on a plane. Whatever Adam Clay actually is, he's spent years engineered to leave no trace, which only reinforces what they're now beginning to suspect about his background. Verona and Wiley bring their findings to FBI Deputy Director Jackson Prigg, laying out that 3 major crime scenes across the region are connected to a single subject who has killed multiple people in a single day, using tradecraft and an alias that ties back to a classified program called Beekeeper, a program no partner agency will even acknowledge exists. Whatever this individual is, he's highly capable, highly motivated, and believed to already be headed to Boston, toward 9 Star United, the entity that appears to operate all the regional call centers, including the one Garnett ran. With Prigg briefed and taking the threat seriously, Verona and Wiley get the full institutional backing they need. In a tactical counter-move, Wallace assembles a team of ex-Special Forces operators, led by a commander named Pettis, to secure 9 Star United from the inside, while the FBI surrounds the building's perimeter from outside. 2 chains of command, 2 separate objectives, converging on the same target. Complicating things further, Rico Anzalone, the 9 Star manager on site, refuses to cooperate with Pettis's order to evacuate the employees, creating exactly the kind of confusion Adam needs. He overpowers the FBI SWAT team outside without killing them and breaches the building. Inside, he kills Pettis and his men, then corners Anzalone directly. Under interrogation, Anzalone inadvertently reveals the name that changes everything, Derek Danforth. Verona and Wiley, arriving with Boston PD in the aftermath, arrest Anzalone and the surviving 9-star staff. But in the chaos, Adam disarms Wiley without hurting him and escapes again, leaving the FBI to process yet another crime scene he's already walked away from. Verona immediately flags the critical piece of information to Deputy Director Prigg. Derek doesn't just happen to be connected to the scam network. He runs it, and he's now confirmed to be Adam's actual target. Investigating Derek further, Verona and Wiley uncover the detail that reframes the entire case's stakes. Derek Danforth is the son of Jessica Danforth, the sitting president of the United States and former CEO of Danforth Enterprises herself before taking office. Investigators begin to suspect something even darker, that Derek used the profits from his scam empire to help bankroll his mother's presidential campaign. That connection terrifies Verona and Wiley for a specific reason tied to the world Adam comes from. In a beehive, when a queen produces a defective offspring, worker bees don't hesitate to eliminate it to protect the colony. If Adam is operating on that same underlying logic, Derek isn't just next in a chain of targets. He may be the target the entire pursuit has been building toward, with Jessica potentially caught in the crossfire as the one who's shielded him. Verona, Wiley, and Prigg join forces with the Secret Service counter-assault team and Derek's own private mercenary detail for an event at the Danforth family's coastal mansion, a detail led by a veteran, Beekeeper specialized killer named Lazarus. Wallace arranges for Derek to be there specifically because he believes the overwhelming security built around protecting the president will, by extension, protect his son too. Lazarus isn't a generic hired gun. He's built specifically for this fight, with direct prior experience fighting a Beekeeper operative and the tactical knowledge that experience left him with. His team spreads through the mansion and grounds during the party, creating layered defensive positions designed specifically to trap and kill someone with Adam's exact skill set. Adam infiltrates the coastal mansion during the party, timing his approach for the moment when security attention is split between protecting the president as a public figure and maintaining the appearance of a normal social event. He moves through the grounds undetected for as long as he can, but once he's spotted, stealth is no longer an option, and the entire operation shifts into direct, sustained combat. The Secret Service's counter-assault team responds immediately, deploying agents specifically trained to neutralize threats against the president. Adam engages them throughout the mansion, but again, deliberately, he uses tactics designed to disarm and incapacitate rather than kill wherever possible, because these are agents protecting their principal, not people who chose to work for Derek's criminal empire. His actual targets remain the mercenaries. Lazarus and his team mount the coordinated defense they trained for, using every piece of anti-Beekeeper tactical knowledge Lazarus carries from his own prior encounter with the organization. It's the most intense, most destructive fight of the entire film, bodies and wreckage spreading through the mansion's interior room by room. But even with every advantage Lazarus's experience should provide, it isn't enough. Adam kills him and kills his entire team, clearing his path to the people who actually matter. While that battle rages through the mansion, a separate, quieter confrontation is unfolding upstairs. President Jessica Danforth and Deputy Director Prigg have finally assembled enough hard evidence to understand the true scope of what Derek has done. And it's worse than either of them expected. Derek didn't just run scam call centers for profit. He took Wallace's old CIA surveillance and data algorithms, tools built for genuine national security purposes, and repurposed them to manipulate voting data in key swing counties, rigging the exact election that put his own mother in the White House. Jessica is faced with an impossible collision between her identity as president and her identity as a mother. The evidence isn't something she can bury or explain away. Her own presidency may be illegitimate, built on crimes her son committed in her name. She tells Derek plainly that she intends to expose everything publicly, regardless of what it costs her administration, her legacy, or her family. Derek's reaction is immediate and violent. Confronted with the total collapse of everything he's built, and now his own mother's rejection on top of it, he draws a weapon and shoots Deputy Director Prigg, killing him instantly. Then he turns the gun on Jessica herself, prepared to execute the President of the United States rather than let her expose him to the world. It's at that exact moment that Adam reaches the room, having fought his way through the entire mansion to get there. He doesn't hesitate, doesn't negotiate, doesn't wait to see how the standoff plays out. He shoots Derek in the head, killing him instantly and saving Jessica's life in the same motion. With Verona and Wiley now arriving on scene as well, Adam doesn't stay to explain himself or face capture. He flees through the chaos of the aftermath out of the mansion toward the coastline. Verona chases him down across the grounds and catches up to him near the beach, drawing her weapon and holding Adam at gunpoint. In that moment, she has everything she legally needs to arrest him, or worse, a trail of bodies across multiple locations, weeks of destruction, more than enough justification to end this by the book. But Verona is left facing her own impossible choice, mirroring the one Jessica just faced upstairs. Adam killed the man directly responsible for her mother's death. He dismantled, piece by piece, the criminal network that drove Eloise to suicide. And in the final moment that mattered most, he saved the president's life and exposed an election fraud conspiracy that struck at the heart of American democracy, all without gaining anything for himself. His methods were brutal and entirely illegal. His mission, underneath all of it, was just. After a long, heavy pause, Verona lowers her weapon. She chooses to let him go rather than take him into custody. Adam responds with nothing more than a small, quiet nod. An acknowledgement, one grieving person to another, of everything neither of them needs to say out loud. Adam continues down to the beach alone, where he'd previously buried a scuba kit, proof that he planned this exact exit long before tonight, long before he even knew how the mansion confrontation would end. He puts on the gear, walks into the water, and disappears beneath the waves without a trace, leaving behind a burned-out criminal empire, a dead would-be shadow president, a mother forced to reckon with the true cost of her own power, and one FBI agent standing alone on the shore, watching the water close over the man she chose not to stop. The hive, for now, is protected,